Hello, YouTube. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. I appreciate you all joining me. Come on in. We're going to get started on my live where we're going to talk about going live and go live with ease, with confidence, and making sure you can talk to your target audience and offer solutions. So we're going to give you some tips and strategies on branding yourself and being effective with your brand. So I want you to grow. I want you to be successful. So we're going to talk about all the things you need to do to make sure you are effective at monetizing and going live with ease. Okay. So thank you so much for joining. I do this as a co-live, co-stream with on TikTok. So we're going to talk about that, and I appreciate you joining. And then we are going to also make sure we are building our community and connecting on other platforms such as YouTube. So we'll talk about that. I want you all to make sure you're feeling confident about doing this. There's no reason to be nervous, scared, or shy, or any of that. So that's the goal for us all, to be confident this year. This is our year to do something that's really, really good and radically different. And so you should be able to do this without any issues. So thank you so much for joining. I'm going to get started in a second. We're going to go on live on TikTok, and I'm setting up my page real quick for you all so we can get going. My goal is to have this up and running quickly. I don't want people to be scared or nervous. And let's see if I can get on before it's too late, because I am oftentimes moving slowly. I probably should have moved about a few minutes faster just to make sure I was in here. Thank you all who are liking the live. Come on in. We're going to get connected. I want you all to make sure you are liking a live, commenting. We appreciate comments and likes, as well as sharing out the live. So we want to share this live. We want to make sure people know it's here. And then I want you to subscribe. That's the ultimate goal. And if you subscribe to my channel, I will be sure, if you leave a comment, maybe on one of my shorts or long form videos, comment, like, and subscribe. I will go back and do the same thing for you. I'll go look at one of your videos, comment, like, and subscribe. We're growing. This is our growth season. We all can do this. So I want us to be intentional about our growth strategy and make sure we're being successful in this year. Okay, so I'm going to hit the go live button. I'm going to be intentional about doing that. I want to make sure I am connecting with all of you all. I want to be sure about doing, we're going to go live. We're going to go live with ease. Let's see. All right. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Come on in. We're going to talk about going live and going live with ease. I want you to go live and feel confident. I don't want you to be scared or nervous or shy. I don't want any of that. I want you to go live and feel confident that you can do it. So come on in. We're going to talk about going live. I'm just getting started. Kenyon, thank you so much. Crunchy, thank you for being here. Appreciate you joining. Ara, thank you for coming on in. I appreciate it. The Sunday Mood, Tara, thank you so much. Metal, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all joining in. How you doing, friend? Ken, thank you for joining. Shelly, how are you, friend? So what I do at the beginning of live, we're going to talk, we're going to chat, we're going to get connected. I'm going to show you how to go live with confidence and ease. So we're going to talk through that. Thank you so much. Isa from Tampa, how you doing? Let's grow together. Look at your friend. Hello, neighbor. I am in Orlando, friend. How are you? Diamond, thank you so much for being here. CJ, thank you so much. Styles, thank you for joining. Jim, thank you for joining. Come on in, Nat's mom, thank you so much. Nate's mom, is that it? Nate's mom. I appreciate you all coming in. We're going to get connected. Thank you so much. We're going to get to growing. We're going to talk about going live. Alice, thank you for joining. So as you come into someone's live, I'm just going to talk about the etiquette. You want to make sure that you are getting that daily heartbeat. You are tapping the screen. You are sharing the live out. You are doing all the things to activate the live. So we're going to walk through that because I want to make sure you guys are leveling up and getting points and making sure TikTok knows you are an active engager and a high engager, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Thank you so much. How you doing, Cherry? Thank you for coming back, friend. How are you? I know people come to my 10 o'clock. And then you come back again for the 4 because I'm here to help you all. We're going to grow. Anna, thank you so much. Jocelyn, thank you so much for being here. So as you are coming in, we're going to tap, we're going to share, we're going to do all the things to make sure people know that you're here and you're actively engaging. So here's what I teach because I want to make sure you all understand the etiquette of going live. Because when you come into somebody's live, I say it all the time. When you enter a live, you are entering a relationship. Okay, this is a relationship from between you, TikTok, and me. It's a threesome, so you guys just entered a threesome. But I want you to know how to engage. So my new folks who are here, I want to make sure you understand how to get points, how to get your blue box. There's some of you who don't know about the blue box. Thank you, Cherry. I appreciate you. So we're going to talk about the secret of the blue box, that blue box that is next to people and they're leveling up. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all things to make sure you are actively engaging and supporting the live. And then I'm going to tell you how to do this in your live. Shayna, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All of you who are coming in, getting your daily heart me. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. And so the daily heart me is the heart plus next to my name. You do have to have coins on your account. So my new people, I'm going to talk about how to support you. You said on my lunch. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Patrick, thank you so much for being here. Maria, thank you for joining. I welcome people. As you can tell, when I start my live, I start talking. I'm talking, I'm welcoming, I'm connecting with my viewers. I want you to know that I'm here for you. Treasure, thank you for joining. Ready, Amar. So we're going to talk through that because I want people to make sure you understand how to activate your live, how to actively engage with your live. So this is what I consider my newbies, my people who are nervous, who's scared, who are shy, who are introverted, who don't see themselves going live. I talk to you in a way so that you understand that you can do this, first of all, because all this here, it's nothing. You get used to it. I tell you, practice makes progress. So I want you to be actively engaged. I want you to understand how do you engage with your viewers as well. Sophie, thank you so much. Patty, thank you so much. Laura, thank you so much for that. And then this is a lot where you can ask questions. You said, do your thing. Appreciate it, friend. And this is a lot where you can ask questions. Caliber, thank you so much, friend. If you have questions, let me know because there's oftentimes you come into a live, you're like, what do I do? How do I engage? I don't know what I don't know. So we're going to talk about that too. Caliber, thank you so much for the roses. Appreciate it. More, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. So let's do this. How you doing? You guys are connected. That's what you do. You make sure you make friends and you continue to grow and connect. That's part of it. That is absolutely part of it. Thank you so much, friend. So a couple things I want you to do. I'm going to talk about activating the live because you want to do this in the early part of it. How you doing, Tammy? Thank you so much. Look at you, Amanda. Come on in. Get your daily heart me. How you doing, friends? Intuitive Tammy. That's intuitive. How are you, friend? Thank you so much. Thank you for liking the live and sharing the live. So as a live host, you are tapping your screen. If you look right here, it says not even 1K yet. So we're going to get to 1K. You're going to tap. As you are tapping, you'll notice the heart gets fatter. And then as the line is going to crawl across. And as it's crawling across, it's going to get a little fatter and dots are going to start percolating out of it as you're tapping, tapping, tapping. Then you let go and confetti will fall on the screen. I don't see the confetti, you do. So that's how you tell TikTok you're here. You like what you're experiencing. You like the live. That's how you support the live. Thank you so much. I'm good. Just chilling today. I appreciate it, friend. How you doing, Betsy? I saw you come in. How are you, my friend? Thank you so much. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here. So the other thing I'm going to tell you is sharing the live. How you doing? Is it Konica? Thank you so much, Konica. Thank you so much. How you doing, friend? So sharing the live, there's an arrow below. You could share it that way. You can copy the link, or you could do what's called a power share. Love your energy. Thank you so much, beautiful face. Thank you so much. I appreciate. We're gonna clap to that. Support this lady. Look at here. I appreciate you, friends. Yes, support is necessary. And let me say this, because what I teach is how you want to talk to your audience too, because I want you all to understand. Like this right here, this it's like Veronica Conica. Yep, Veronica. Thank you so much, friend. This doesn't happen unless you do have supporters, so that's important. And so when I say we're in a relationship, it's you, me, TikTok because we're all working together. We're all working together, and this does not work as a live host. And for your room, it doesn't stay active if people are not engaging up front. And then, as a live host, you are not educating, entertaining, and inspiring your community. So that's the goal. Can you describe what the buttons look like in their color? Okay, so the buttons are different. It's different shapes. Is that what you mean, Laura? There are different shapes in the room, and it just depends on what you want to leverage or what you want to utilize. So when I'm talking, actually, I don't have to touch the screen. Now, I would tell you, you probably don't want to do that. You do want to actively engage. You want to tap your screen. If you share the live, there's an arrow. It looks like an arrow. It has 24. It's on the lower part of the screen. If you click that, you can share and copy the link, or you can press the middle of your phone, the middle, and touch my nose or my glasses, and that's called a power share. So you can share that out. So as a live host, you want to share out your live, and then you just go down your screen and you're clicking different people to share the live out to. So I'm clicking different supporters and letting them know I'm live and they can come in and support. So that's something you want to do to activate your live. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you asking that question. You said my ADHD brain won't settle down. I appreciate that. Can you support with a workflow schedule, like a daily to-do list to cover all things? Um, Let me understand. Um, so, Betsy, what you're probably talking about is in my stand store. I have a 3-page checklist. That's probably what you're talking about in terms of what you should be doing before you're live, before you even go live. There's a checklist of about 4 or 5 things you want to do. And then I have what you should be doing during your live and how to get engagement for your live. So all those things are part of what's in my stand store. And then at the end of your live, when you want to look at the analytics and see who's come in, who's engaged, you can look at your daily heartbeat people. That's part of the strategy to make sure you are activating your live each and every time. That's helpful. Yep, that's exactly. It's in my stand store because, like I said, what I teach is I want you to be go live and I want you to be successful. So part of it is knowing what to do. Okay, so I just kind of run through that list of things you want to do specifically for your live. So as you're coming into someone's live, you are active participant, not just the live, but creating content, watching educational video. You said all of it, Dr. Lisa, all of it. Well, okay, well, wait a minute. Betsy, we got to talk because Betsy, you have courses. So you have all the things. What are you talking about? Just like a step-by-step guide on what you want to do and all around. Awesome. I mean, you have the UBC, you have, I mean, I don't even need to run down what you have. You said a scheduling yourself. How do you make sure you're keeping yourself on track and accountable? Well, you sound like now you about to make me put on my real academic hat. Thank you so much, Fran. I appreciate it. Yes. You're making me put on my real academic hat because now I'm going into professor, Dr. Lisa. Well, that's a planner. I mean, that's essentially what it is. You need to plan out your day. Exactly. Hello, friends. I know. How long would you say the checklist takes to complete before you go live? Oh, the checklist is before you go live. I think there's 3 steps. Well, let me say that 4 to 5 steps, I believe. Let me look. Let me look real quick. You know what? We can look together. Let me show y'all. I don't mind showing y'all. Let me go. Let me go here. We're gonna go here real quick. Let's see. And then Laura, and I know you said your vision impaired friend. So what I'm doing, I'm touching the button. So button is more. It's in your lower right corner. It has the 3 dots with more in it. I'm touching that button and I'm flipping my camera. So as I flip my camera, I'm showing my screen and it tells you what you should be doing before you're live. Okay. So on that screen, it's information. It's not very clear for you all, but it says, you're looking at your topic, you're doing the content disclosure, you're preparing for interaction. So you're looking at ways that you can engage people and have questions. So all that is part of what you want to do. You also are going to look at your lighting and making sure that your audio is together. And so that's like depending on how your room is set up and how you're either streaming from your computer or your phone. So those are tips and stuff that you want to do. Okay. So before you go live, you're not doing a lot of things, but there are things you want to be mindful of in terms of making sure you have an effective live stream. There's a lot of people who are like sitting in the dark and not really engaging their audience, or you don't have your content disclosure because that's your brand. So you want to make sure you're doing that as well. So all that is part of how you are able to actively make sure that your room is engaging where people want to come in. They want to hit that tap and come into your room. Okay. So all that you want to be aware of. Thank you all so much. Thank you all who are coming in. I see you. Life in 603. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. The Netaverse. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it as well. And others who have joined, I appreciate you all. So we're going to get to chatting in a second. Let me know if you have any other questions. With Bree, how are you, friend? So let me know if you have any questions. If you are new to my room, I typically walk you through how to get engagement. Thank you for being attentive. You're welcome. That's all I do. And I'll probably be on. We'll see how long I can if I can stay long. What's happening is that I have some things going on with my son is participating in a wedding. So we are wedding planning. He is the groom's, what do you call it? The ring bearer. And so we have to go and get him some shoes to try on. There's some other little things I'm trying to do as a mom that I'm trying to like, okay, let me try to take advantage of daylight. And the weekends go so quick. So it's been really busy lately. I thought content disclosure was only for sensitive content. You know what? I turn it on every time. I turn it on every time because you never know what you're going to say or what somebody else is going to say. So I'm like, you know what? You want to represent your brand. And so I turn it on every time. Show love by tapping, respect by sharing out the live. Tap, tap, tap. Thank you, Alex. Alex, you're so sweet. You come in like, here, come on. Let's get going. Good going. So yes. Okay, check. Yep. Yeah, I turn it on every single time. Okay. So what I tell you to do, so as you're coming in your live, and Alex is right, you want to make sure you understand in terms of how to engage. So if you are new, let me know if you're new. If you are new to my live, I want to make sure I'm supporting you. And so go ahead and let me know and put in the chat new. And then we're going to talk through some of the things you need to know for this. You said, I'm new. Petty, laugh out loud. Petty Idol, was that it? Hello, friend. How are you? Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for joining. And so we're going to get to chatting. Let me know. Are you going live yet? I'm new to TikTok and live. Awesome. Premier, thank you so much for being here as well, friend. How are you? I'm going to give you some homework. Cece, thank you for joining as well. I'm going to give you homework. When I say I'm going to give you homework, I want you to have words in your bio. That's how TikTok knows who you are and what you're all about and how they can essentially your profile is optimized. So I want you to make sure you have words in your bio. So I'll talk about that in a second. I'm going to click start to a flash goal because TikTok has a goal that they just sent. And so that helps to activate the room. It's something I've been doing a little bit more often than not because recognizing that TikTok is very much looking for you to engage in all these different ways. And part of it is gifting. So gifting, TikTok gets a percentage. I say that all the time. Let me know if you want me to talk more about the Scale Live rewards. Let me know if you have specific questions you want answered. I'm happy to talk about the screen. I'm happy to help you when you think about before you're live. We spent a little time there talking about the Scale Live rewards. You say glitching. Is it glitching right now? Let me know if it's still glitching. More. Let me know if you're not able to see me. Okay. Hopefully it's not still glitching. It does that. And that makes sense because TikTok will have me. Okay. Oh, good. It's fixed. Okay. Please repeat. I see you. Thank you so much. Premier, you said please repeat. Okay. So a couple of things, friend. I think you were asking me to repeat your homework because you don't have a bio. So I said TikTok uses the bio to recognize who you are. So when I click your profile, when I click it in the live, it says no bio, meaning that you have no biographical information that you've provided. So we don't know who you are, essentially. So I say you want to have words there because that's how TikTok knows who you are and what type of content you're going to be producing. It's the way you optimize your profile. So as you're going on live, and I mean not live, if you're putting content up, TikTok uses that to understand what type of content you're going to produce. That's great information. Indeed. You're welcome. And then as you are producing content, it gets to the people who are looking for it. Okay. So you always want to have words in your bio. And the words ideally should relate to your brand, more about what you're going to do. So maybe you're talking about finances. Maybe you're talking about relationships. Maybe you're talking about travel. Whatever you're talking about, you want to have something that aligns to who you are. And so when TikTok pushes content out there, your content out there, it'll get to the people who are looking for that. Now, first, the content is pushed out to your followers. So ideally, your followers are people who want to see your content and they're going to engage in your content. And then it'll get pushed out to, as they engage with it, it'll get pushed out to some more people who want to engage with your content. So that's why I said it's so important to have those words so TikTok knows who you are and what it's about, what you're about. And then when you come in live, people will connect with you. And people often pause before they connect with somebody if they don't see words in the bio. They don't know who you are. And they're like, oh, I don't know if this is the person who's for me. I'm going to pass on this one. So just know that that's important. Marilyn, the CEO, how are you, friend? Thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. You said I set a time and went live 3 times, but I went live 3 times. Scared? Is that what that peekaboo was for? Congratulations. But I did it. Awesome, awesome. And you got live hosts in your bio too. So my friends who are live hosts, put that you're live hosts. Tell me what topic you do. What is your time in your time zone? Put that in the chat for us. Let's see who's in the room that's already doing lives. So do the words need to be more specific than mine? Let's see, Patty. I don't know. Possibly, because I'm trying to think like what type of content are you producing? I guess I'm still I don't know what TikTok would do with that. So I think because of that, you probably need to decide if your words need to be more specific or if it needs to speak to, again, what type of content you're producing. Okay, thanks. What if my content entirely different from the norm and my contacts cannot relate? Then I don't know. You may not get any engagement on your post, on your content, or engagement in your lives. So when people are like, "Oh, I don't know what happened. Why am I in a 200 jail, or why my content isn't, going anywhere? Why am I not getting any views or interaction?" I would say either, you might have a violation that you might want to do an account check. You may need to go back and see if your content is relating to anyone. That's the main thing. The other thing that people do often is trends, and so that will help to push out their content. So I would say make sure you're doing some of the trends, trending sounds, trending hashtags, trending trending titles, things that people are saying. So that can also help with your content. I have not gone live. You have not gone live, CC? Yes. You definitely want to. What's holding you back? Gotcha. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Did 2 in Seattle. They would not engage even when I asked. Well, that happens. I think people need to know how to engage. Oftentimes, people are confused by this app. So let me ask this. I got some new people in the room. What held you back from engaging? Was it that you needed me to say, new people, tell me you're new? Or did you need to see other people engaging? And you're like, let me say something. What held you back? Following and coming back when I go live. Look at you, friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So yeah, if you don't mind sharing, I know I'm putting some of you on the spot, but it'll help the room understand, like, how do you get engagement if people are not engaging? How you know what is trending? It's Creator Search Insights. I'll talk about that. Creator Search Insights can tell you what's trending currently. Yes, you missed me this morning. How you doing, Trixie? Appreciate you being here, friend. Gotcha. Thank you. Welcome, friends. Good evening again, Doc. How you doing, Lamarck? How's everything going, friend? Okay, so when it comes to trending, creator search insights. Creator search insights. I'm going to type it one more. I'm going to type it here for you all, and I'll pin it. So creator search insights is what you want to pay attention to. I have it pinned, creator search insights. So when you type that in on the home screen, type it in the search bar, it will take you to a database essentially. It's like a back behind the scenes database. And how you doing, Brianna? Congratulations on level 10. And so with that information, you got the click view, and then you go into the database. And then with that information, it teaches you, it tells you essentially what's trending topics that are just broadly trending. But also, if you have a bio and TikTok knows what type of content you're producing, it will in turn give you topics that are trending within your niche, within the topics that you're covering. Okay. Look at you, that level 10 cake. Brianna, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's see. That's great advice. You're welcome, friend. Let's see. I want you all to leverage that, because that is where you can see, it tells you, and this is what I want you to pay attention to. You want to see what are trending topics for your particular content. And then on that list, it'll tell you how people have been looking up that topic over the last 7 days, like what percentage of people are looking at that content. So if there's a lot of people looking at it, I would say click that and then go to the next screen that's going to give you some data surrounding demographic views of that topic. So who's looking at that content, gender-wise, age group-wise, as well as country of origin. So you may know, a topic may not be trending as much in the US as it is in some other country. And so recognizing where it's trending, that's helpful. You might be able to speak to that in your video. The other thing it does is it'll scroll, if you scroll down, it'll give you some different tips in terms of how to create your content. So maybe it'll tell you some hashtags you might want to consider. It will give you some additional trending, maybe potential catchy title, the hook, catchy hook, as well as maybe even a call to action. And then if you scroll down some more, you will get examples of other content creators that are actually doing videos based on that topic. So I say, look at their videos, see what they're saying, see what titles they're using, what hashtag, what music. You know what I'm saying? So as you're looking at that, is there some things that they're doing that's part of the trend? Like maybe they're dancing, maybe they're moving, whatever it is, you can either do it in your own way and replicate that, or do a nice little spin on it. How you doing, Ken B? Thank you. I do gardening and crafts. Okay, that's a great one. That's the gardening and the craft niche. Oh, huge communities here. I don't want you to miss out on that. Hello, yes, Michelle. I think you're in the chat. I might have missed you. I also share that I co-stream on YouTube. So right now I'm co-streaming. So let me make sure I say that really quickly. Good information. How you doing? Click and connect community. Thank you so much, friend. Food. Oh, and food also. Awesome. Hello. How are you? I'm doing well. Shy. How are you, friend? How's everything going? Sally. Hello, friend. How are you? So as we're connecting really quickly, let me do my my YouTube commercial, because I had it on a different screen and I did not know my friends were here. And so I tell you, I co-stream on YouTube because I want you all to know that you can do this. Okay. I want you to pay attention to it. Right now, my chat isn't as chatty, but yes, Michelle Crochets, she is my moderator. She had to step away for a second, but she's my mod. So she's someone you want to connect with. She's teaching people how to go on YouTube as well. So I say, if you don't mind going over there and also connecting with me there and Michelle, we will connect with you as well. So put a comment in and we'll try to, if you go to our shorts in particular, we can see the notifications, and put a comment there, like, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe so that we can connect. I'm doing well, Shy. I appreciate you, friend. Welcome. How are you, friend? Okay. Would you be willing to talk about guests doing lives? Yes. What do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to talk about, Laura? Um, I'm actually having a guest tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm having one of the new TikTok shop. So not just live, TikTok shop um, live agencies. So it's an agency, and she is coming. Her name is Jess. She's coming to talk about the Live Legion agency. So if you're interested in TikTok shop, come here tomorrow at my 4 o'clock. So my 4 o'clock time frame. She'll be here and she will give you some information about that. So mark your calendar. You can go also into my profile and click the event as well. Nice. Okay, perfect. I started my live journey today. It went great. Look at you. How many people did you have in the room? How was it, friend? You said it went great. That's great news. How you doing, Nay? Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. So, Laura, you said talk about guest. So I'm having a guest tomorrow. I said that much. Are you talking about just in terms of having multi-guests? And so you can click the button and people can come in and be a guest on your screen. And so that is a way, I should say this more often, guests can monetize too because people can gift them. Thank you so much, Blessed. I appreciate your friend. And so that is a way for monetization as well. You don't get all the points that you think you got. You get a percentage. You're not getting everything. And so that's another way to connect. You some people have guests pretty often. I don't do it as often because it's hard to see the chat. And what I like to do is see your comments and engage that way. So I always want to feel like I'm supporting you all. I'm answering questions. I'm able to assist you where you need help at. So inviting, networking, etc. So you can invite people to come to your room. So if people come in your room, you can invite them up. If you hit the multi-guest button, you can ask people to come up. You can invite them up, or they can invite themselves so that they can request to come up as a viewer. I mean, as a guest, rather. So that's absolutely something they can do. How you doing, Real Talk? Thank you so much for coming in. I see your friend. When it comes to networking, so for example, as you go to lives, as you connect with other people, you can just easily ask people, would you like to join my live? Would you like to come? So Jess and I were chatting about Gravitas Q in particular, but we were chatting and she shared that she started her own agency, and it's not like the Creator Network program, which is the live host agency for what we do here. She created something for TikTok Shop. And so went on to talk about it a little bit more. And I said, hey, would you like to come to my live? I get people who come in all the time that want to know more about TikTok Shop. I give you tips and strategies, but she's going to be able to take you to the next level because she's going to talk about it from an agency perspective and what type of services they offer. So I think that's helpful, especially if you're going to be here and you want TikTok Shop. I think it's important that you know all the different resources and you can make a conscious decision on if you want to move forward. You don't have to go with an agency. Okay. So thank you so much, Mel. My live is really a safe place where we talk about healing, confidence, self-love, real life stuff. I like that, Shy. I like that a lot. That's good. Did I get none of how do you collaborate without stalking? Collaborate without stalking? um uh, you send a message to somebody. I don't think there's any stalking needed. I mean, if you have someone in particular that you want to work with or have them as an invited guest, you send a request and they say yes or no. Or if they ignore it, then maybe they ignored it. And at the end of the day, they don't want to do it. I guess it's all about the way you do the outreach. Because you know people when you're not followers, like if you're not friends, so say you followed them, but they didn't follow you back. When you reach out for the first time, you go into their requested feed. And in that requested feed, let me just say this out loud. I don't respond to all requests. Only because if you request to reach out to me and the whole thing, I've seen it too many times where people are like, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, okay, you know what? Why didn't you just ask the question? So I ignore those because I feel like those are the people who are like trying to sell you something or trying to do something a little bit more flirty or whatever. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. So I ignore those typically. But if you ask a question and you want to connect, you can say, "Hi, I'm a new live host. I would love to collaborate with you to come to my live to talk about XYZ topic. Would you be interested?" And see what they say. And if they say no, they know the request, and they can say no. Or, I do know some people who do not look at their DMs. I look at my DMs. I do. I actually do, very much so. So, and I said it that way because I know people who don't, and I do see all the different questions that pop up, and I either they go ignored and unread, or they are responded to, and I try to respond to messages that are legitimate messages. Just keeping it raw, real. It's all about growth, truth, and good energy. That's it. That's good. That's it, friend. That's it. Exactly. Yep. So hold on one second. Scared of rejection, imposter syndrome. um, I get it. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I think what I would say, and this is going to go back to my free product, is my overthink into action. And so at times we overthink something. And so if you have a request, just send it out to multiple people. And at the end of the day, in terms of engaging and essentially shooting your shot to see what happens, they'll respond, and they will, especially if you come in a legit way, they will respond. And if it's a lot of other stuff that's being done, they'll say no if it's not for them. Because sometimes people obviously don't have time when they come here. They're coming here for a specific reason. But if you're coming here to promote your services, or you are sharing good tips and strategies for people, people are going to want to work with you. They want to work together and collaborate. It's a win-win for them. So I would definitely say go out and put yourself out there and see what happens. But at the end of the day, you should be fine, especially if you come in a way that says, I just want to collaborate. I would love for you to come to my room. I'm new. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying good information, sharing good information. Could we collaborate? And so people will say yes or no, depending on their availability. Thank you so much for the gifts. Is it okay to do both shop content on account? You primarily post creator rewards content. Portia, you know what? We talked about this the other day. Um, you could potentially confuse the algorithm. You could. And so I don't know if it's worth it. So for this particular account, I have two accounts, technically three, but this account has TikTok Shop. My other account has TikTok Shop. The other account is faceless, is like positive affirmations, the mindset stuff that I do. That's that account. It does have full access. It's the whole, it's not the limited or pilot program. It has TikTok Shop on it. Um, I probably will use that account before I use this account to do TikTok Shop, because again, this account is all about helping you go live. It's talking about branding. It's helping you think about monetizing. All the things that I talk about here, it would essentially mess up my algorithm to start talking about, oh, here are all these products. And so I'd rather take that other account and shift it over there. So I would recommend, and if you come tomorrow, you can ask Jess what she thinks. But if you do TikTok Shop fully, your whole content is all shoppable videos. You may infuse a few videos here and there, but for the most part, you're talking about shoppable content. So it just becomes, it's going to overtake your algorithm. And you'll notice maybe a shift in your other videos not having the same views that they once had, because now you're doing these reviews, these TikTok Shop review type product videos, shoppable videos, essentially. Usually you get the classic, how are you doing? Yes, that's it, Trixie. How are you doing? In your DM. Yes. There's a whole lot of that. Going back to agency topics, can you only be part of one agency at a time? For Creator Network program, yes, because you actually are in agreement with that agency. So when you go on the live home screen, click Creator Network, and you only can select one. And there's a question mark in the corner. It breaks it down for you, but you only can select one for the Creator Network program. Now, the TikTok Shop agency program is different. So that'll be a great question to ask Jess. I don't know if you can be a part of a Creator Network program in a TikTok Shop agency program? My assumption is yes, because there are two different programs, but I don't know if there's any nuance to that. There may be a yes, maybe, it depends, or something like that. So, but I would assume you could in that case. I'm new here. How you doing, Stuff with Steph? Thank you so much, UGC. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much. Right, I'm in one currently. Yep. You're in the Creator Network program, one of the agencies for that, or TikTok Shop side. I have two also. Okay. Yes. So two accounts. Yeah. So I would make a decision. I would make a decision. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I would make a decision on which one you will go with in terms of your shoppable stuff. With what I told you about my platform, what tips would you give while I'm on live? Make sure you have a content disclosure on. That would be number one. That would be number one. Turn on your content disclosure. That's when you click more. Turn that in on so you can talk about your brand, talk about your topics freely. You say yes, both. And so, okay, you're yes for both. Okay, that's good then. Okay. Um, so yeah, turn on your content disclosure. That's the first tip. Also turn on your audience control. People often overlook that. Turn that on so that you can talk. If they're especially adult conversations, things that, there's youth, there's small people or minors on this app. And so you want to make sure you're able to talk kind of freely. So I would turn that on as well. The audience control. And then ultimately, I posted about this. I'll talk about it a little bit more and give more context. My last video I just posted talked about using the home screen to search for your target audience. How you doing, Mrs. D? A lot of people are overlooking that. Sometimes you're talking to everybody, and people don't feel like you're talking to them. It's not resonating. Hey, Miss D, how you doing? How you doing, Peg? Dr. Peg, how are you, friend? Yes. So, hello. And so that's important for you to know who's your target audience and how you're branding yourself and how you can get engagement in your room because of that. Okay. Because you would know your community and be able to speak to what are their challenges, what are the pain points for that community. Well, thanks. Hope you're good. I'm good, friend. Thank you so much. So I want you to be intentional about that. So I'll cover that in a little bit. With more people in the room, let's do this. I want to make sure people are tapping. And then my new people, I want to see you because I'm going to talk about the blue boxes because I've gotten a few more new people come in the room. And there are quite a few that don't know how to fully engage and they haven't leveled up. So I want you to be intentional about what you're doing as you're navigating this app. So recognize that that's important for you to get a blue box. I tell people all the time, when you come into someone's live, you are coming into a relationship. Okay. So the expectation is that you are going to participate, you're going to engage, you're going to communicate, you're going to connect, you're going to do all the things so that TikTok sees that you're actively here, you're engaging and you're learning, or you're being entertained or inspired by the live host. So that shows support. And so support comes in two different forms. It comes through free support versus support that you need coins for. So I say tapping the screen. That is support. Sharing out the live. We have 65 shares that have happened. If you touch my glass or nose, you can share the live out. And so as a live host, you want to share out your live. You want to let people know you are here and that they can support you by engaging. So you share out the live. I just shared out my live. And you guys can share out the live as well. So that shows support. If you just copy the link, that's a quick support. But the power share is when you use my nose and you have the screen pop up and share it out in bulk. So that's something you can do. And then commenting. So as you guys are coming into live, you're engaging with other people. You're seeing people make sure they have a bio, make sure their profile is optimized, meaning that they don't have the user with all the numbers still, that they know how to engage. Also, I would tell you, pro tip, you might want to go back to their content and make sure they posted content. That's something else, because if you can't engage with their content, then you can't fully engage. And TikTok may just very well say that's fake engagement. Now, I don't think so, but you want to be careful because people who are not using the account fully and optimize, those accounts are the ones that get banned also. I tell people to engage, but how do we fix restrictions for fake engagement while live? That happened while you were live, Dr. Peg. What happened? While live, I was going to take you to your friends and followers to remove any banned accounts. That's where my mind went. But fix restrictions. You got to that happened to me all week. You got a restriction for fake engagement? I'm not sure what that means. Tell people to engage, but how do we fix restrictions? Restriction for fake engagement while live. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm getting restricted visibility while live. I was shocked. It said it. That's something that pops up maybe when scammers come in on your live. Possibly. I'm not sure. It's something that was said. Like you're getting restricted visibility. Yeah, I haven't heard that one before. Yes, I appealed it and I was declined. Oh wow. Okay. And you said monitor. You said, oh man, wow. Could monitor the viewers and remove them. Turn on your content disclosure. Turn on your audience control. Turn on both of those. Make sure you turn on. You might need to turn on your comments. So in your settings, you can go in and turn on the comment settings, and you can see what type of comments that you want to block, keywords or certain types of things that people are doing. I think that's what I would do. Notice pops up restricted visibility due to fake engagement policy. Oh, are you interesting? Are you seeing any people coming in that are doing the scoops and the follows and all that stuff? If they're doing that, I would say maybe that's probably the problem, because you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do the whole gotcha, follow, all that stuff. So if that's happening to your in your live quite a bit, that could be the problem. Yes, they say scoop up. Yeah, you got to stop that. You got to stop that. Yeah, yeah. So TikTok is not liking how that's being done. And I tell people all the time, when you come in my live, I want you to engage, but don't. Those are words that you don't want to say. Oh wow, yep. So um, I say I'm a learn room, but recognize that I'm not a grow room. And said, someone named MVC, you might need to block and mute them. Mute them first. So when you click someone's name, screen pops up, you can scroll down, you can click mute and then block. Does it every time to multiple people. Yeah. So you're going to have to block and mute that person. Yep. Oh, wow. I'm learning the words to not use in conversations. Thank you. You're welcome, Mel. I got you, friend. Yeah. So you have to block and mute that person, unfortunately. And hi there. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah. That's probably triggering the algorithm. Exactly. Yep. And just let them know, I'm sorry, you can't use that word in here. It is creating violations for my room. How do you block after muting? It's the option after. it's literally on when you click someone's word, like if you touch their words, I just touch your words or more. On the screen, you'll see, if you look down, it says mute, and right underneath that it says blocked. And then the one underneath there says report. So you can report the person. Okay, he says, so follow can't be said either. No, I would avoid those words. Yeah, I would absolutely avoid those words. I would avoid those words, scoop, follow, gotcha, all that stuff. I would avoid that. I would focus on hello, how are you? Good to connect with you, or good to be here with you. Try to avoid connect to. But yeah. Dr. Lisa, how can we sell the products? I was accepted into the creator program. Tracy, okay, so really quickly, tomorrow I am going to have my I think she's going to come in as a guest. She might come in as a co-host, so we'll see how it works. But I'm going to say guest for all purposes. So she's going to come in. Her name is Jessica. She goes by Jess, and she is starting a new TikTok shop agency. It's part of the TikTok shop creator program. And essentially what she's doing is it's called Live Legion, and she's going to come in and talk about her program. So I would say maybe you might want to come. It's going to be tomorrow at 4:00. So it's my 4:00 live. Maybe you may want to come to that. So that way you can hear other ways you can consider selling, promoting yourself, promoting your business, being very intentional about, I'm not your business, promoting your products, being very intentional about how you do it effectively. So that's pretty much what she teaches. She's going to coach you on going and doing shoppable lives and shoppable videos. Okay. So that's probably what you need to do. You're welcome. I usually say continue enjoying the live and hope your day was blah, blah, blah. Is that when you say that at the beginning or the gotta go back to work? Thank you, Laura. I appreciate you being here. Let me know. Did I answer your question, Laura? Let me know if I answered your question. I'm there 4 p.m. Yep. I need to come back too. Yep. Thank you all. I'm probably gonna go, like I said, today I need a little daylight so I can continue to get ready, because next week I gotta look at the clock. I know that, look at the calendar. I know there's going to be at least 2 days where I won't be able to do probably my 4 o'clock. I'll probably only be able to do my 10 o'clock. So I'm just saying that out loud. So I want you all to know that I'm thinking of you all, but I'm going to try to make sure I'm able to support through the 10 o'clock, and I'll be back on schedule maybe the following week. But there's going to be some days because there's some wedding rehearsal day. There's the wedding itself. There's some other things that's going on. How did your battle go yesterday? It was on Wednesday. It went. It went. It was an experience. It was definitely an experience. I have given up my battle gloves for the most part. We're going to see if I continue to do that. I need to come to awesome. And so in my profile, the event I'm doing, you laughing at me. My 2 cents world. Appreciate you, friend. In my profile, there is a registration that you can complete. If you want to come to that, you can register for it. I did a story about the event for tomorrow, as well as something in my profile where you can click to it. I had my first box battle today. How was it? How was it, friend? Did you enjoy? Did you have a good time? I know it's an adrenaline rush. I will say that much. Yay, you won. Congratulations. Yes. I have an 0-2 record. I've only did 2. And yes, the Wednesdays one, I should not have battled. I shouldn't have battled because it was like, okay, you just came just to make sure you got your points or whatever, because I think the score ended up being my 30K to her 130K. So that tells you that wasn't a fair fight. that wasn't a fair battle at all. Keep going. I appreciate you, Fred. You said keep going. I'm good. I said I think I'm good. I know when I'm not to be battled with. I know my lane. All right, friends, let's do this. So it was a test for us. I didn't know what to do. Okay. Oh, so it's like a friendly battle. That's good. So a couple things I want to talk about. I'm going to, okay, I was talking about tapping the screen, sharing a lot. Daily Heart Me. Let me talk about that, my new people. Yes, me. Yeah. The Daily Heart Me. If you click the Heart Me, you need a coin for that, because I didn't say that to people yet. You need a coin. It's like saying hello, coming into someone's room. You want to say hello. So that's what you do. If you have not gotten your Daily Heart Me, you want to click that. Then a screen was going to pop up after you click it. It says put a comment in for 30 points. So that's another way to get points. Then it says claim those points. I'm telling people now, when you click the Daily Heart Me, you got to go back and claim those points too. So I want you all to claim your points. And then if you are curious about a blue box, if you do not have a blue box, I need you to put in the chat blue box. So if you put the blue box in the chat, it will then allow you to see. You can click your photo, your screen pops up. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. Your screen pops up, and then you can click your mini profile pop up, and then you can click your level. And then once you click your level, it tells you how many points you've gotten, how many points you need to get to that next level, the total amount of points. And then underneath that is the difference, which are your experience points. So that's what you need when you're engaging. Where do those points go as they add up? They level you up, and you collect points as levels, okay? So as you're growing in your levels, you're level 18, so you're pretty significant. You've been in these streets for a while, which is awesome. As you're growing in your level, it's almost like an incentive, or Think of it as a way for TikTok to see as you're collecting points, you are engaging, and people can see your level, can see how much you've been here. And so your blue box follows you to every live. Okay. So that's part of what's happening, is following you to every single live. Okay. Hi, I'm in Alabama. How you doing, Tammy? Appreciate your friend. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I'm in Orlando. How are you? Oh, okay. Yes. So it's part of how you engage. A couple things I don't talk about enough, especially for my live hosts that are new. You want to pay attention to, there's a couple things. You want to pay attention to the gift gallery. That's how people level up, because people will float at the top in purple and they become title gifters. So you get that type of recognition. The blue box also gives you the ability to come into someone's live. It comes in as like this flying name that pops up along the top. And if you have a blue box at level 23 and higher, I think it does that for, you can also get that recognition. So it's a recognition that you get. So TikTok tries to make sure people are getting additional recognition, especially when it comes to engagement, because people can see you, people can connect with you and engage back with you. Yes, Michelle, you said, sorry, I missed something today. Job required my No problem, friend. I appreciate you being here. Yes, Michelle is in the chat for YouTube. If you get a chance to get over there to my YT channel, it is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. And yes, Michelle Crochet, she's my moderator. She is helping with YouTube, so you might want to connect with her. She's the person that is going to get you to the next level when you think about setting up your account and making sure you're getting the right engagement from your audience. How is everyone? How you doing, friend? Thank you so much, Tanya. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so that's part of it. If you go to one of our shorts, or either both of our shorts, essentially, we will follow you back. So you go to our shorts, put a comment in, like, and if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe, and then we will do the same for you. So you get two people for one if you're looking to grow your YouTube, and I think you should want to grow it. So I'll talk about that later. So nobody put blue box in, so I'm going to assume everybody's good to go, because I don't want y'all to feel like, oh, I had no clue. All right. So I want you all to know, thank you so much for coming in, my friends who are coming in. I appreciate your support. So I want you to connect. And then as you are coming in, we're going to talk about engagement. So if you are new, put new in the chat, but I'm going to tell you what you want to do before you start your go live journey. Okay. Because you want to make sure that you actually are talking to the right people. Estate Strategies, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Carolyn, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Carolyn, I'm going to give you some homework. Tammy, how are you? I see your profile as well. Carolyn, you're going to get homework, because I recommend that you have a blue box. I mean, not a blue box too, but also a bio. That's what you need. So TikTok knows who you are and how your page can be categorized so it gets pushed to the right people. Okay. And then when you come live, people are looking at that. They want to see who you are and you can engage properly. Okay. So that's all part of how you optimize your profile. Okay. So if you go to my profile and look at my most recent video, how you doing? Hi, friend. Chat later. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Have a great weekend. Thank you. If you go to my profile, I want you to be intentional about looking at the first video I posted, the most recent video I posted, where I talk about making sure you are doing your research. As you research, you want to make sure you're researching a topic that is either going to be relating to your content or your live stream. Okay. So that all of it should be aligned. But when you search on that search screen, I want you to be intentional. I said look for viral worthy. So I wanted you to be intentional about viral, because as you're looking at people's content there and engaging, you want to get the viral content because it has a lot of likes, a lot of views, and a lot of comments. Okay. So as you're in those comments and you are connecting with people, you're going to put something relevant to that topic. Because again, that's what you want TikTok to know and see about you. And you want TikTok to say, okay, oh, I see you're interested in XYZ topic because you search for it. And now you're engaging in content with it about it that you're doing from the bottom up. How you doing, NA? Thank you so much for being here. And so Then it allows you to put a comment in too. So you got the comment that you put in there. And then I tell you, okay, that's great. Now engage with all those other people that are in the comments. Maybe you don't hit them all. How you doing, MJ? Maybe you don't click all of them, but you are clicking a lot of them. So they see you as a high engager. Okay. That's all part of a strategy. Let me know if there's any questions about that. Thank you so much. He said, I'm not interested in going live. I would like to purchase some tokens so I can bless the host. Oh, okay. Well, here's what you need to do, friend. I appreciate that. You got to get coins. Coins are in the gift box. If you scroll down to the end of the gift box, you can recharge. That's what it's called. If you click coins there, and then it takes you into the app. There's a little bit of a processing fee in the app. But then if you go to the website, which is www.tiktok.com/coin, COIN, you can then recharge there and get coins. Not, it's a little bit more value on the website, so you don't have the same issues. But thank you for that. I appreciate you. As I say, hello, friend. How are you? Miss Kelsey, you said, okay. I said, okay. Hey. I appreciate you, Carolyn. Thank you so much. To charge coins in app click. Thank you so much, MJ. MJ got us. So that's how you recharge, friend. Yep. So you're going to click the gift box and then go to the bottom. And the coin number, if you have coins already, you would just click that number. But if you need to recharge, you can click that word and it'll take you to the page to recharge. All right. Let me know if there's any questions. Where do you guys want me to take this conversation? Should I take it a little bit to TikTok Shop and make sure you're getting information about that? Let me know. And then and as you people are connecting, I want to show you how to properly connect because I want you all to be intentional about your building followers in your community. So this is Dee's comment to Miss Darlene. Miss Darlene probably left the room already, but with that being said, she was saying goodbye to her. And so you can see how words matter. We were talking about don't use words like scoop and follow and connect, and you're using words that are showing that you are actively engaging and connecting with someone, not that you're just scooping them up and follow for follow's sake. And so that violation that our friends mentioned is fake engagement. So TikTok sees that as not real engagement, fake engagement. So you want to be intentional about who you're following as well as how they are engaging with your platform. You might tell people, okay, look at least one or two of my videos a week. Just put a heart, comment, something so that people know how to engage. Okay. Thank you, Mama Talks. Let's talk. Maggie, appreciate you. And the green stickers, I appreciate it, friend. Yes, so you want to do that intentionally. Okay, so let's do this. My new people who are in the room, well, first of all, let me ask this. My live host, if you are going live, put your live time, your topic, in your time zone. Put the time and time zone and the topic in the chat. So put that in the chat. And then my people who are new, if you are not going live, and you're just trying to figure out how to do this, or are you nervous? Are you scared? Are you shy? Let me know so we can talk that way too, because I want to make sure we're talking and we're connecting. And in the meantime, let me know if you have any particular questions, because I want to make sure I answer questions as well. Okay. Thank you so much, Crafty Tea Designs. I appreciate your friend. Thank you for being here as well. He said, okay. Skeeta, thank you so much. Enjoy next to my daughter, and I run home to the adults. Thank you. Thank you for your, thank you. You're great. Thank you. I appreciate that, D Knowledge. Thank you so much. And then, oh, how you doing? She's so fine. I appreciate it. Hello. How are you? Okay. Thank you, Caroline. You're welcome, friend. Hello, everyone. So, all right, friends. Let me know. Thank you so much. You reached level 11. Everyone, have a great evening. Appreciate you. Thursdays. Okay. 7 p.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 2. What's your topic, D? What's your topic again? Appreciate your friend. Fragrance talk. Oh, nice. Nice. Interesting. Fragrance talk. All right. All right, everybody. Yes. I don't know, some of you are not going live yet, so you're still trying to negotiate going live. I appreciate you all being here. Okay, so let's do this. I am going to, it's 5 o'clock. I think I'm going to get off fragrance reviews, perfume reviews. I love that. Okay. I think I'm going to get off a little early just because I said I have to do um, some errands for my son too. So I want to make sure I get some things taken care of. So really quickly, if you are my nervous people, my shy people, my scared people, I usually take this time to go over my stand store, but I don't know if I have too many new people in the room. So let me know if you're nervous or shy, if that's you. Let me know if I need to show you my free overthinking to action. If not, okay, thank you very much. You're welcome, friend. If not, you guys are catching me on like a quick live. I'm doing this live super quick, super early, because like I said, I know I have a couple little errands to run this evening. So you guys are catching me where I'm like, okay, let me jump on. I did an hour. Thank you so much. I see your friends at Popular Live. I appreciate you. And so I want to make sure I support, but if you are good in the room, I understand, I get it. So we are going to connect on another time. And then if you need any support from me, the Service Plus, you can click that and let me know if you need to do a one-on-one. If you want to talk offline, I'm happy to talk with you there. I can meet you there. If you need to get my other items where you're like, okay, I don't get engagement in my life, what should I be doing? Go get my checklist. That's in there for you. It's really affordable. If you don't know what your topic is and your niche is, you can go and get my chat GPT guide. I have like 20 different prompts that you can use. So all that is available to you. So with that, I just want to make sure I'm here to support. So, all right, my dear friends, I am going to head out. Like I said, I was super early and you said that was fast. It was. Like I said, I need to probably be a little bit more efficient. But with that being said, I'm also on YouTube. So you can go over on YouTube and subscribe to the channels for Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income, as well as Yes, Michelle Crochets. Yeah, I typically do stay longer, but the questions aren't questioning today, which is fine. And so I want to make sure I'm helping. Hello, Cotton Top. Hello, besties. Claim your points. Yes, claim your points. Thank you so much, MJ, for the reminder. Yeah, definitely claim your points. And I feel like probably me because I'm a little distracted because I know I got some errands to run today. So I want to make sure I take care of some stuff because this time tomorrow we're going to the wedding. So I gotta finish getting stuff together. So I know I need to take advantage of the daylight. But I will be here tomorrow. I'm gonna do my 10 o'clock and then I'm gonna do my 4 o'clock. My 4 o'clock, I will have a guest. Okay. So I will have a guest, and that will be the Live Legions host. So she's gonna come in and she'll be a guest for us. Thank you so much. I appreciate the Rosa. And so she'll be a guest. She'll talk about her agency, and so we'll get some information, some learning that way too. Okay. Oh, I have fun. Wow, before the wedding. Yes. So rehearsal is next Friday. Wedding is next Saturday. So we're less than a week, and my son is the ring bearer. So I got to get shoes. I got to take him to go get some shoes. That's the main thing I need to think about because his little feet, you got to make sure the shoes fit and they're not hurting, hurting his little feet. And so I got to do that. And then his outfit, I'm still waiting for one outfit to come in. One came today. I'm waiting for another one. So we'll see if he ends up wearing those. So I need to go get like a shirt to go with it and some other things. So there's some things I need to do. And then honestly, I need to get something for myself. I don't have nothing for myself to wear. So so this is one of my good friends. She's getting married, and so she's excited. And my little guy's in the wedding, so we got a plan for us. Try right dress shoes. Exactly. That's essentially what it is. I wanted to get some from Amazon, but I think he just needs to try them on because he's at that age where you don't want to get something where he's not going to be able to fit them. And I don't know about buying something online, especially dress shoes, because they could be a little bit they don't have the same flexibility as sneakers, the gym shoes do. So thank you so much. I appreciate your friend, Copper Top. I appreciate you. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, Hello, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. You can order 3 or 4 pairs from That's true. I could do it. That may be the plan. If I go out and I don't find anything, I may be hunting tonight, trying to find something that I can feel comfortable. At least if he tries stuff on, I know better about the size as well as, what style makes sense. Yeah, so the style of shoe. Sometimes the squares, especially dress shoes. Dress shoes have the rounded toes, square toes, all that stuff. Definitely get sizing in person. I know that's the big thing. So, all right, my friends, I appreciate you all. You all came in, and I know I was rushing. I was all over the place. I'm Like I said, my head is like multiple places right now. Take care. Appreciate you, MJ. All right, good friends. Thank you so much for joining. You guys have a happy, happy Friday. I will see you tomorrow at 10. All right, bye bye. Thank you so much, my friends. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. If you're here, I appreciate you joining on my channel. Make sure you like the live as well as comment so I know who's here. And I appreciate you joining really quickly over here as well. And if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you go to one of our shorts, Yes, Michelle Crochets, as well as my page, we'll make sure that and put a comment and like. We'll make sure we go back to your page and put a comment and like as well. Thank you so much. All right, Michelle, have a great day. Bye bye. Bye bye.